Okay. Hello and welcome. So, Aji, we are going to present the previous year question. So, moi basically khali Assam part to cover korim. Okay. So, not the entire question paper related to APSC, but junbur questions Assam specific hoy. Moi hebur questions khali cover korim, and Aji part 1 hoy. So, in time we'll move on with the rest. So, Aji junto question paper hoy, it's of the year 2022. Okay, APSC 2022. However, the exam was conducted in 2023. All right. So, etia swa to me, the first question that here it is, consider the following statements about tea in Assam. Okay, that is like, it's quite an easy thing. We can see easy question hoy amar karone hoy nai. But then again, the catch is amar dates, time and every iman monot nathake. So that's where they got you know. So it is he said that Singphos were already familiar with tea before it became more widely known. Bruce brothers are considered to be the pioneers of Assam tea. And aru ki koise swa, Assam Company was founded in 1835. So here is a thing that we can see. Amak ki bisaribole koise? They're asking us to select the correct statement. Now, when it comes to tea, we know that it was Singphos. Why not? But then they were using it on a traditional way. So, a industrial mass scale level, so basically they were using it for their medicinal purpose. That statement is correct. Second statement, it says Bruce brothers. Now, Bruce brothers, we basically know about whom? Robert Bruce. Why not? Robert Bruce, Maniram Dewan, Robert Bruce. When it comes to what? Tea kheti kora. But actually, Robert Bruce had a brother, Charles Bruce, who was also involved in it. Mane kotha to ki hoy janane, Robert Bruce no doubt bahut kaam kori thoi gol, kintu tekhete nohoy. He was not, tekhete hunkale dhukai gol. So he did not get the opportunity to see the fruit that he, he beared during the initiative years. So pisar kaam khini Charles Bruce korile. Okay, and Robert Bruce was very closely connected to Maniram Dewan, as we know. All right, then comes Assam Company was founded in 1835. That is not right. That statement is incorrect. Etu kitia hoy 1839 ot. Okay, prothomote tumar 1839 ote tumar January time ot ki hol tumar first consignment of tea, it was sent off to Britain. Now, kotha to ki asile ki the tea mane tumar European junbu tumar British manuhokol asile, they got very dependent on tea, and they used to buy only from China. Okay, so he karone mane ei pine amar explore koribo start kori disile, and it happened even before the Treaty of Yandebu. Trust me, discovery. Kintu problem to etu ki asile ki they didn't know that amar a weather to suitable hobo na nohoy. Initial years of Robert Bruce ki korisile tumar research and development of language. They brought few samples from China. Ale yat amar hobo na nohoy bhalke. Then later they came to know that amar yaro jubur environment hoy, mati hoy, atmosphere hoy, it was quite suitable for tea. Okay, so that's where it all started. Now, jodi amar answer jodi ami sao, a question tool right answer kuntu hobo. So 1 and 2, yes, that is correct, isn't it? Baki amar junbur number tumar third 2 hoy, Assam tea was founded in 1835. That is incorrect because it was in 1839. Okay. Then now, ebu bostu swa tumar kotha to ki hoi jay. This is very important for us again. Even if it's difficult for us to remember the dates, to an extent, somewhere you can use some way or the other. But at least understand, know few things in chronological order. Etu ghotona howa pisot etu ghotona hoisile, etu ghotona howa pisot etu event hoisile. So henekeu jodi monot rakhibo para, trust me, the dates would not be a hindrance for you. Okay. So let's see yat amak ki koise match the events in list with their respective years. A chronological order bostu to nohoy tumalokok bahut bostu di dibo. War, battles hebulor di dibo tumalokok. But dangor jodi kiba event hoise on hebu topics opor di dibo. So please make sure that kisuman bostu tumaloke jate chronological order jate. Uprisings. Why not? Uprisings hoisile against the British. Even about that. So please keep that in mind. Yar amak ki hudise swa Treaty of Yandabu. Treaty of Yandabu ketia hoisile? Kar majot hoisile? Treaty of Yandabu hoisile British East India Company and tumar Burma, isn't it? So etia swa Treaty of Yandabu ketia hobo tumar 1826. That is after what? First Anglo-Burmese War pisot tumar Treaty of Yandabu hoisile. Now etia ami first buli etu karone ko karon pisolokeo they did have few battles against each other. Okay, so he karone mane first amar ya junto hoisile that was first, but later even the Burmese had their own freedom struggle against the British, isn't it? First amar yat hoy gol, second, third, it could have been done somewhere in Burma, which is not our concern for now. Okay, then first Assamese magazine Arunodoy ketia publish hoisile? It was in 1846. Why not? And who was responsible for it? Nathan Brown. Okay. So Arunodoy was basically, why was it published? To create awareness among the Assamese regarding their language. Okay. Because British ki korisile, they made Bengali the court language. Because see, when Britishers came here in Assam, they thought that Assamese is broken Bengali. Okay, aru khub immigration hoisile tetia bahut manu tekhet luke anisil. So what happened? Junu official kamor karone manu lagisile, they were poha huna asile, Bengali hokol tetia bahut besi poha huna asile. So officer kambur mane Britishor karone bahut hohos hoy jay heneke. But later our youth, they came to know mane problem face koribo dhorile because tekhet lukor employment or issue hoy gol. Laheke tumar don't think that this American missionaries actually thought for the good of the people. It was not like that. No, missionaries, when they came here in Assam, they realized that the kitab asle they were published in Bengali, and the Assamese people were not really interested in listening to them or reading, okay, in Bengali. So he karone mane it was tekhet lokor jono dharma asile prasar koribole olop digdar hoy gosile. So they started also Jiki nohok bhale hol baru, but then they started creating awareness. Educated youth asile, Anandaram Dhekial kon hate tekhet luke involved hoy gol. So that's how tumar Arunodoy was published, and it was basically what? To create awareness, okay? So that people understand about their language, understand the importance and significance of the language. Nohole je language to extinct hoy jabo, that's why. Then asile tumar establishment of Assam Medical College. It's a very easy date to remember. It's easy to remember. Okay, Mar 1947. Mane ami independence juntu year ot paisu 1947. Same year established hoise tumar Assam Medical College. Okay. Then ahile annulment of IMDT Act. Of course, सबसे last thought asile he incident hoy nai as we compared to all this. Definitely it will be when 2005. Okay, so we got our answer. Iki hobo ya Treaty of Yandabu here. That is A is 2. Then first Assamese magazine Arunodoy ketia publish hoisile? That is B is 1, 1846. Then establishment of Assam Medical College. That is C ki hobo tumar 4, and then annulment of IMDT Act ketia hobo tumar? That is D is 3. Okay, easy. All right, so we'll move on to the next question now. These are all questions, previous year questions from 2020. All right, again, Ako uprising. See, uprisings plus chronological order. So this yat kintu tumar swa dates year equi dia nai. in history বহুতে ভয় খায় কি আমি dates মনত ৰাখিব লাগিব year মনত ৰাখিব লাগিব লাগে actually it will definitely gives you an upper hand but যদি তোমালকে মুখস্থ কৰিবলৈ অলপ দিগদাৰো হৈ যায় কি কৰিবা কিছুমান ডাঙৰ ডাঙৰ ইভেন্টস লবা and সেই ইভেন্টস বিলাকৰ পৰা প্লাস মাইনাস কৰি যাবা okay এনেকে বহুতখিনি বস্তু ইজি হৈ যায় I hope it's making sense right so 1947 আমাৰ কাৰণে ডাঙৰ ইভেন্ট এটা হয় independence পালো so কিছুমান ইন্ডিপেন্ডেন্সৰ 10 বছৰ আগতে ইন্ডিপেন্ডেন্সৰ 10 বছৰ পিছত বা ইন্ডিপেন্ডেন্সৰ 5 বছৰ আগতে হেনেকে ক্যালকুলেট কৰি যাবা তেতে ইজি হ'ব okay for example you see battle of sorry তোমাৰ 1857 or revolt 1857 or revolt কেতিয়া হৈছিলে 1857 তোমাৰ sorry Sepoy mutiny but তোমাৰ first battle of jundu first rebellion against the British jundu ami hetu so ei bostutu tumalake sai loba 1857 or ki hoisile ki nai hoa so 1857 mar Sepoy mutiny and then 1858 Maniram Devano asidia so 1 year eneke calculate kori tumalake kisuman bostu monot rakhibole easy hoy okay so yat amak ki hodise swa arrange the following anti-British uprising in chronological order. So, amar Okhomor nohoy junbu uprising against the British hoy is slightly different when you see from the rest of India. It's different because amar Okhomot ki hol prothom obosthat jone rebellion korile against the British it was done by the nobility class. Hoine Gumdhar Kuar, Sanjay Borgohai, okay Maniram Dewan they are all from nobility class. It was later kune join korile tumar junbur peasants hoy riots hoy they joined okay and then later kone join korile more of consciousness started etia kuna higol tumar amar intelligentsia or educated class okay so it's slightly different but then again the agenda the objective is the same kintu amar bostutu olop different hoy baki tumi jodi states bur swa provinces bur swa tetia you'll see it's a peasants who are actually struggling the most and amar okhomoto hoy asile kintu you know ekdam initial years of right tumi saba amar nobility first start kori okay all right so etia amak khudise ya chronological order jodi ami rakho ki hobo sabse agote hobo tumar Fuloguri Dhaba now Fuloguri Dhaba is quite an interesting case because Fuloguri Dhaba ki hoisile we all know that rumor about you know Tamul pan he bostutu ami janu but the other was also that tumar opium eti koratu tumar British what did they do they try to ban aru by the time ki hoy gol amar okhomia manubor bahut beshi dependent hoy gol on opium ঘরে ঘরে মানে opium kheti koribo ধৰিল কিন্তু অসমীয়াত আমি কানি বুলি কম now British didn't do it for the well-being of the people British was thinking for the mindset of you know business in the sense like British bhabile ki ami China pra bostu will import and then out here will sell it off in higher price okay this China to tumar opium kheti bahut asile China hetu to opium war hoi gusle tat hoy nai so tumar British thought ki tat am tapra ami kini ami yat aru olop dam you know will kind of sell it a little more expensive here and people of course they were angry second they were also angry because tumar land revenue bahut high kori disile land revenue was also a issue bahut peasants blake eneke khetiok hokole nijor mati herabo logia hoi gusile they're not being able to pay land revenue baki aru ki asile and the final nail in the coffin ki asile the rumor that there will be tax on little nuts okay now it tamul panor bostutu no amar khali it's not that manuhe khai mele it's also part of our culture and heritage isn't it so if the British does something like that people saw it as an attack on our culture so he bostutu it kind of resulted in something very huge that is a Fuloguri uprising ba ami okhomiyat ki boli ko Fuloguri Dhaba okay tar pisot ahile tumar Rongia uprising now Rongia uprising ki hol basically most of the uprising was land relief Rongia uprising লাচিমা আপৰাইজিং এইবোৰ মানে কি আছিলে মানুহবিলাকে মানে টেক্স নিদিও বুলি কি কওঁ they kind of took up this objective that আমি টেক্স নিদিও আৰু যদি কোনোবাই টেক্স দিয়ে আমি এঘৰীয়া কৰি দিম বুলি the word এঘৰীয়া like they'll leave that মানে society পা সেই মানুহজনক বা সেই ফ্যামিলিটো উলিয়াই দিব যদি কোনোবাই টেক্স পে কৰে because টেক্স ইমানে হাই হৈ গৈছিলে 70 to 80% আৰু কবাত 100% লকে টেক্স দিছিল okay so this rongia lasima all this uprising all have to do with what land revenue finally we come to pothorughat now pothorughat to ami jano the other name ki hoy pothorughat Jallianwala Bagh of Assam okay Jallianwala Bagh of Assam so karon tate imane manu mane open fire kora karone bahut manu they had to lose it official records mane to bahut ase but then they are not going to the British are always going to say it's very less okay, damage was less but it's not bahut manu dhukale surprising or he karne ami Jallianwala Bagh of Assam okay ঠিক আছে so etia amar jodi ami sao the answer amar correct chronological order ki poribo tumar prothom ahile Fulogori that is 2 then ahibo Rongia and then ahibo tumar last ki hobo Pothorughat okay sobse agote Fulogori hol tar pisot Rongia hol and then Pothorughat easy okay so once the question paper is done once the exam is conducted everything seems very easy isn't it it's just that in the examination hall it's become very tough okay all right then ami now again chronological order so iman bostu history point of view pa jodi ami sao again it chronological order isn't it so they are from the same question paper they ebu sob ekai question paper pra moi lois 2022 they're not from any other moi mix up kora nai so what does it say invasion of Assam so amar bahut kijon invasion hoise hoy nai so jetia komota pur asil komota raja hokol asile titiao hoisil ahom raja asile titiao hoisil so yat amak ki hudise swa invasion of ebur chronological order ako amak they are asking us to put that now again I said dates and yato swa eko dates year eko mention kora nai but when you read history make sure that jetia tumar ebur invasions hoisile kunjon raja ahisil kunjon raja asile এতিয়াও তোমালক মনত ৰাখিবলৈ ইজি হ'ব যদি মনত থোৱা কি সুহুমুং আছিলে সুহুমুঙৰ পিছতহে তোমাৰ প্ৰতাপসিংহ নিচিনা ৰজা আহিলে আকৌ তাৰ পিছত ৰুদ্ৰসিংহ নিচিনা ৰজা আহিলে তাৰ পিছত কোবা গৌৰীনাথ সিংহ হেনকা ৰজা আহিলে তো অলপো যদি থুলমুলকে তোমালকে হেইবোৰ বস্তু মুখস্থ কৰি থব পাৰা একচুয়ালি পুৰা কমপ্লিটলি chronological order মনত থলে তো বহুত ভাল কিন্তু এট লিষ্ট অলপ হলো মনত থবা কি এইজন ৰজা সুহুমুং পিছত নহয় মানে প্ৰতাপসিংহৰ পিছত নহয় প্ৰতাপসিংহৰ আগতহে সুহুং এনেকেও যদি আমি মনত ৰাখো কিছুমান এইবোৰ বস্তু আমাৰ কাৰণে ইজি হৈ যায় ৰিলেট কৰিবলৈ ঠিক তো ইয়াত কি দিছে চোৱা আমি যদি ক্ৰনলজিক্যাল অৰ্ডাৰত দিও কোন আছিলে ইয়াত আছিলে কোন চোৱা ভক্তিয়াৰ খিলজি কথা কৈছিল না ভক্তিয়াৰ খিলজি was a very ambitious man we know what he did to Nalanda University right and enokwa manujon he was just ruthless was a great commander no doubt experienced in military tactics but then when he came to Assam when he came to the Kamrupa kingdom etia amar raja kon asile Prithu asile ami hei kotha to ko pra gom pao tabakate nasri ekhon kitab ase kune likhisile Minazuddin Siraje likhise okay কোনে কি আসলে সোৱা নামটো আসলে কোনখন টেক্সটৰ পৰা পাও আমি তাবাকাতে নাসৰি আৰু লিখিছিলে কোনে মিনাজুদ্দিন সিৰাজে নাও এইবোৰ আমাৰ হিষ্টৰিকেল সোৰ্সেস যদি কিতাবা হিষ্টৰিকেল সোৰ্সেস কথা হুদে নহয় হলে এইবোৰ বস্তু কে মেনশন who wrote name of the book এইবোৰ তোমালকে মনত থবা হুৱেনচাং আছিলে হয় না হুৱেনচাংও আহিছিলে ইয়ালে সো এইবোৰ বস্তু আমি তেখেতলোকে যি কাৰণে you know documentation বোৰ কৰি থৈ গল accordingly আমি পালো প্লাস এই ভক্তিয়াৰ খিলজি কথা আমি কোট পাও আৰু কনাই বৰখীয়া যোনটো ৰক এটিক হয় তাতো আমি পাও হয় নাই কোনে হেখন কোনে বনাই থৈ গৈছিলে পিঠে বনাই থৈ গৈছিলে just regarding this battle ঠিক কেতিয়া হৰাইছিলে কোনটো ডেটত হৰাইছিলে হেবু পিঠে ধুনিয়াকে লিখি থৈ all right so these are all historical sources so make sure that you also learn about the sources কি আছে কালিকা পুৰাণত আমি বহুতখিনি ইনফৰমেশন পাই যাও হয় নাই আমি যদি আমি প্ৰি হিষ্ট্ৰি আমাৰ প্ৰাগজ্যোতিষপুৰৰ কথা যদি আমাক খুদে আমি কোট পাম মহাভাৰতত পাই যাও বহুতখিনি এনেকুৱা sources হয় try to remember all those okay so এতিয়া ভক্তিয়াৰ খিলজি টাইমত কোন আছিলে আমাৰ ভক্তিয়াৰ খিলজি টাইমত আছিলে the great prithu আন এটা নাম কি আছিলে তোমাৰ Vishwa Sundara Prithu কথা আহি গৈছে so please make sure you learn about Sandhya this time because after Prithu it was Sandhya okay so you never know Prithu if they have asked simply it was a very direct question they'll just ask about Prithu so this time they might ask about Sandhya they might ask about any other তোমাৰ Komota kingdom or Raja কোন আসলে তেতে কি আসলে বা any whose kingdom or Raja ডাঙৰ powerful Raja they might ask about. Then invasion of Turbak or time of কোন আসলে Raja তোমাৰ Tuhungmung আসলে Tuhungmung now Turbak again another ambitious man jona hisle amar yat attack korile and it took almost 3 years for the Ahoms to get rid of Turbak Tuhungmungor junjon lora hoy his son Suklengmung gol juddho koribole kintu he was so gravely injured he had to come back nuari sile mane Turbakok horabole then Frasengmung gol hodiya khwa prothom hodiya khwa guhai Frasengmung had to lose his life in the battle okay Frasengmungor pisot kun gol Mula Gabhoru you know she was she'll definitely not be as experienced as skilled as Turbak and his army isn't it so she also had to lose her life but that gave a new spirit to the Ahom army Mula Gabhoru goi pine juddho kori parise নিজৰ দেশখনৰ কাৰণে of her kingdom why can't we uplift kori then ahile tumar Konseng Borpatra Gohai when Konseng Borpatra Gohai mane bahut takore juddho the Kacharis also helped you know during the time of Turbak Ahoms used fireworks for the first time during the time of Turbak karon Ahom Tuhungmunge ki korise Sutia kingdom annex korisile Sutia kingdom annex korute they found a lot of fireworks cannonballs and baki kingdoms se use kora nasile Sutia kingdom se use korisile kintu Sutia kingdom কোন আছিল মোৰ কৈছেনে অতি হাধিনী যাক আমি কওঁ হয় নাই নীতি পল হে নাৰায়ণ তেখেতলোকৰ kingdom now it even after all those it was very difficult for them to defeat Turbak but finally the Ahoms did it okay Turbak was killed his army was also killed and the rest of the remaining army was killed কোন আছিল ৰজা Suhungmung now আহিলে Mir Jumla again Mir Jumla ki korisile Mir Jumla tumar he came till tumar Ahom tumar Guwahati capture kor tumar Jogigopa capture korile Guwahati capture korile Mir Jumla thought ami jodi Guwahati loke paisu hi then why not extend further so finally Raja tetia kun asile Jayadhar Singh another name ki hoy Jayadhar Singhor Horoniya Raja and the other Ahom Horoniya Raja nickname hoy Ahom name tekhetor ki hoy Tamla okay Raja Singh Ahom naam ki hoy Sutamla to ketiaba mane ki hoy tumalokok ei Jayadhar junu Hindu naam hoy tekhetor etu di question nahi ko pare tekhetlokor Ahom naam di question ahi okay so be careful so make sure you learn that Ahom naam all of difficult ho jay confusing ho jay but it's imperative for us to learn so Mir Jumla time of kun asle Jayadhar Singh that is Sutamla jak ami ki boli janu Hogoniya Raja boli janu why because he had etia Mir Jumla jetia invade korisil Now see, Bhogoniya Raja, that was his one mistake, you know. Iman elapasa Raja nasile kintu Jadhav. He also did quite a lot during his time. Iman mane weak Raja nasile. But এই যেতিয়া মিৰ্জুমলা attack কৰিলে and he saw that মিৰ্জুমলা was just মানে এখেতে মানে capture কৰি আহি আছে, that's what he saw best suited for him to run away. So সেইকাৰণে আমি তেখেতক ভগনীয়া ৰজা বুলি কওঁ, হৰণীয়া ৰজা বুলি কওঁ কাৰণ তেখেতে হৰণ লৈছিলে প্ৰথম আহোম ৰজা. And then the other thing আৰু কি আছিলে তেখেতৰ টাইমত another great character that comes into the focus কোন হয় অটন বুঢ়াগোহাঁই. Okay, অটন বুঢ়াগোহাঁই. So অটন বুঢ়াগোহাঁই was trying his best to stop the forces of, trying his best fighting the forces of Mir Jumla, and to a very large extent, you know, successful hoisilo. Jodi Jadhav Singh jodi aru olop din rokhile heten, because even Mir Jumla and his army was suffering because of the weather conditions here in Assam. Borokhun di dile, communication bhangi gol, rasta bhangi gol, dolong bhangi gol, abole nai tekhetwe bohutor kiba kibi bemar hoy mori gol armies bol. Ako rati ambush kore Oton Burhagohai and his army. Mir Jumla never showed his weakness, and that's why Jadhav Singh was like, "Hunkale prestity koribo lage, hunkale koribo lage, nohole, you know, I might lose my life." Oton Burhagohai bahut bujaisileo tekhetok ki robo, aru olop din robo. But then Jadhav Singh was not ready, and finally ami janu ki hoy gol tomar Treaty of Lajhari Ghat. All right, so etia Mir Jumla time ot kun asile Jadhav Singh. Okay. Then ahile invasion of Sikandar Shah. Tekhetor time ot kun asile Indra Narayan. Okay, Indra Narayan asile tomar Komota kingdom or asile tekhet. Sikandar Shah was also, Sikandar Shah mane ki hol janane, he also succeeded and he reached till Nagaon. Okay, kintu mane kotha to ki hol tetia mane tekhet Bengalor asile, as Nabab of Bengal, and then Delhi pora tomar Firoz Shah Tughlaq ahile and kind of এই বেংগলক এটেক কৰি দিব লগিয়া কাৰণে শিকানা ঘুৰি যাব লগা হ'ল. Okay, then we know Indra Narayan was also killed by one of the Bhuinas named Arimatta, and Arimatta became the king because কিয় তেখেতৰ weakness to expose কৰি দিয়া গল হয় নাই. Sikandar Shah আহিলে এটেক কৰিলে তেখেতক হেনকা. Okay, so এটা আমি যদি আমাক কোশ্চেন তো আমাক খুদিছে chronological order যদি আমি চাও সবচেয়ে আগতে হ'ব তোমাৰ বখতিয়াৰ খিলজি, কাৰণ আমাৰ যদি after Pala dynasty, okay, আমি যদি আমাৰ কিছুমান ইয়াৰৰ কাৰণে sources go silent and blank, and then we come to know about Prithu. So হেকাৰণে it is the first medieval ruler, so it is Prithu. Then after Prithu kun hobo tomar Indra Narayan. So after Prithu hobo tomar, sorry, after Bhaktiyar Khilji hobo tomar Sikandar Shah. So 1 and then 2, sorry, 4. Okay. Now kun hobo prothom 1 and then 4 Sikandar Shah, and then kun hobo tomar Turbak hobo. Turbakor time kun asile Suhumung asile. Suhumung was before Jadhav, হয় নাই? So etia tomar 2 hobo, and then last hobo tomar 3. Now without learning the dates, without learning the year or the month or anything, ami uliai lolu na etu just easy. We have to at least there are many ways. যদি ডেটস মনত ৰাখিব পাৰা ভাল কথা, হেনিকো ক্ৰনোলজিক্যাল অৰ্ডাৰ তোমালকে বহাব পাৰিবা. নোৱাৰা যদি ইভেন্টছবোৰ মনত থবা, এইটো ইভেন্টৰ পিছত এইটো ইভেন্ট হয়, তাতো নোৱাৰা যদি তেখেতলোকৰ অফ শ্বুটছবোৰ চাবা, যেনেকে বখতিয়াৰ খিলজিৰ লগত কোন ৰিলেটেড হয়, পৃথুৰ ৰিলেটেড হয়, আমি জানো পৃথু সবচে আগত আছিল, এনেকে বস্তুবোৰ চেক কৰি চাবা. ওকে, সো আমাৰ এনসাৰটো কি হ'ব 1 4 2 3. 1 4 2 3 কি হয়? ওকে, then now comes here. This one বুজিবলে একো নাই, কষ্ট কৰিব লাগিব, মানে there is no concept as কবাৰ newspaper পালা হেতু বস্তু জানি থৈ দিব. So recently the Assam cabinet approved the administrative merger of some newly formed district with existing district. in this context which of the following is incorrect now আমাক incorrect খুদিব কৈছে okay so আমি incorrect to আমি কেনেকে চাম incorrect to আমি কেনেকে চাম correct to আমি ইমান দিনৰকে correct হেৰি কৰিছো now out here what I can need to learn is administrative merger মানে তোমাৰ geographical merger নহয় এটো ডিস্ট্ৰিক্টৰ লগত মিলাই দিলে geographically they will be the same separate district কিন্তু administrative work যোনটো হয় কিছুমান ডিপাৰ্টমেন্ট যোনটো হয় তো কিছুমান কামৰ কাৰণে for development all that merge কৰি দিয়ে okay for easier হৈ যায় আৰু effective হৈ যায় okay so that is the only thing we need to understand about it geographically একো চেঞ্জ নহয় কিন্তু আমাৰ geographically কেতিয়াবা আমাৰ সেপাৰেট কৰি দিয়ে হয় নাই নতুন এখন ডিস্ট্ৰিক্ট বনাই দিব এনেকুৱা আমাৰ কৰা যায় ডিস্ট্ৰিক্ট কাবাৰ লগত জয়েন এড কৰি দিব কিছুমান জায়গা but now they are talking about administrative merger geographical merger নহয় administrative মুঠতে administrationৰ কাম কাৰণে কৰে ইয়াত কি খুদিছে আমাক খুদিছে in this context which of the following are incorrect which of the following it is what merger of Bishwanath district with Sonitpur merger of Hojai district with Nagaon merger of Bajali district with Bongaigaon aru merger of Tamulpur district with Baksa okay so yar answer to hobo B incorrect khali B hoy mane that is option 3 that is merger of Bajali district with Bongaigaon tar mane ebu sob administrative purpose or karone tekhelukok merge kori dia not geographical locations we are talking about that but administrative okay official kisman dunu kamor karone tekhelukok merge kori all right so this is nothing okay so we'll just move on again so one more thing yate amar river kotha hudise nahoy be very sure that they might ask you about wildlife sanctuaries temples kundu jagat ase ba kisuman enoka town ba cities jot mane kiba dangor incident eta hoi gol ba notun development hoise ebur kotha monot rakhi okay put your focus there enoka questions ahile match the following awards and all though you have to imperative you cannot just skip awards or mane enoka hoise APSC etia agote hudisile APSC kune award paise ki paise they are so done with that now they have moved on to award or ki dia jay boli so please eburu tumalake swa jate okay okay yat amar ki koise swa match the following with their banks mane kunkhon nodi logot ki jaga eneke lagi ase all right so yat answer Barak boli kole ami kot jano Barak Valley Barak kunpina hobo lower Assam opine okay so ami filter okay prothom to ami heneke gom pai golu suppose we don't know about Barak river port ase ki jaga lagi ase we know lower Assam opine tumar Barak Valley ase mane Barak river jai we have two major rivers that is Brahmaputra and the other one is Barak okay aru ami ki pao ei dukhon nodit which is like one of the most threatened species here river dolphin ihu nai ma Brahmaputra to pao aru ami Barak to paisu kintu Barak almost nai ke Brahmaputra basi ase aru ten then ahise tumar Brahmaputra ki hobo pi Gwalpara okay then it's completely geography to map uliai pine tumalake at least mapot kiman para district bur saba jate tumaloko you know if somebody is talking about any national park okay wildlife sanctuary as soon as I say the name okay mar mind or jate even the location should itu epine ase so is with the river and their tributaries okay kundu tributary code ase eneke ase ebu mora map is very essential then aru ki ase swa dikho code ase tomar Sibsagar you know dikho related I I remember because it's in Sibsagar, mane bahut dangor, few years back a very big incident happened. I mean, that's how I remember. It was very, very traumatizing also. One entire family inside a car, they had to lose all their life. So the father was there, mother was there, the daughters were there, and also their grandmother. Mane deutakor, all of them bahut digdar hol tekhelok bole. NDRF ahile, SDRF try kori asile, nepai because iman do. Finally they were pulled out, but then all of them lost their life. Within man lagile. I'm not sure if you all can remember, but I think it happened like 5-6 years back. I mean, a news of bare poti di asile. Very, very traumatizing. It's not a good way. That happened where? In Sibsagar. Then ahile tumar Dhonsil. Dhonsil kot ase? Dhonsari Nodi. So again, এইবোৰ বস্তু কিছুমান আমি মুখস্থ কৰিবই লাগিব, উপায় নাই। মেপত কোনখন নদী কোনপিনে আছে, কোনখন ওয়াইল্ড লাইফ সেঞ্চুৰী ক'ত আছে, কোনটো টেম্পল ক'ত আছে, সেইবোৰ বস্তু আমি কিছুমান লাগিব, সব আন্ডাৰষ্টেণ্ডিঙৰ কাৰণে নহয়। All right, so we again move on to the next question. Next question is, কি হয় এই tributaries? Like I said, tributaries বোৰ বহুত important হয়. With reference to the tributaries of Brahmaputra and Barak River, Sam, this year is about Brahmaputra. Make sure you learn about the mountains. Okay, you never know mountains in Pikamaya Tiki ase. They might even question you on that. So, one series key who is a question to Barak River. Which of the following are correct? Mane kuntu tributaries par hoy ar kuntu heneke correct hoy etu hudise. So yat ki hoy swa Ponhiri ami janu. Ponhiri ki hoy? That is the biggest tributary of the river Brahmaputra to one city. Then Jiabharali, Dikho, Manas, North Bank tributaries of Brahmaputra. Then Purhidihing, Bhugdoi, Kopili, Krishnai, South Bank tributaries of Brahmaputra. Aru ami je North Bank, South Bank ko ami keneke bostutu, how do we determine that? But how do we say that this is north and this is south? So we determine that with the flow of the river, in the direction of river. So ki koise yat Burhidihing, Bhugdoi, Kopili, Krishna ebur ki hoy tomar South Bank tributary. Then Dhaleswari, Raidang, Longrai, Jiri, these are the tributaries of tomar Barak. Barak River basic tributaries nai. Okay, so it will be quite easy if you learn about Barak River. But then Brahmaputra bahut kita tributaries ase, sub tributaries ase. Ane olop mukhosto hetu main kikhon tributaries jate mukhosto kori. So yate correct answer boli ki koise ki tomar are correct boli koise no, correct etai hoy tomar, that is C. Okay, there's only two. This is the only correct answer. Purhidihing, Bhugdoi, Kopili, Krishnai, these are the south bank tributaries of the river Brahmaputra. Rest are incorrect. Okay. There's no understanding out here. Okay, you'll have to again ratta maro like this. Kunkhon nodi kunpine pore. Or if you could come up with some trick to remember. Okay, then again, let's see aru amar ki koise. With reference to the geopolitical situation of selected districts of Assam, which of the following statement are correct? So exam please make sure correct koise, incorrect koise. I mean, our brain assumes that horai correct e hudibo pare boli. Okay, ekto ami nervous thaku hetu time ot, or anxious thaku, so suddenly my brain might assume ki correct hudise. And pisothe sabare to correct nase to incorrect to he hudisile dekhun. So please go through it, be very calm. Pare poti sai loba parman. Oh, okay, yat ki hudise swa. All BTR districts share border with Bhutan. Then Kachar district share border with states like Manipur, Mizoram, Tripura, and Meghalaya. Then the districts of Dhubri, Kachar, Karimganj share border with Bangladesh. Yat amak ki koise? Correct. Hoy hetu hodise. Okay, BTR district ki hobo? Udalguri, hebu jaga. Okay. Tumar Kokrajhar. Into alop upor pine ase. Then see, select the correct answer using the codes given below. Our answer to ki hoy? Correct koise no? In 1 and 2. 1 and 3. That means A correct hoy. Okay. Pull up the map, please. It'll take time if I pull up out here. I wish I could. So, a BTR district of Bhutan logot attach hoy ase boli koise, share borders boli koise, international border, national borders, hebu please no. Okay. Tar logot ami kiman share korisu, kiman kilometer share korisu, etu jodi monor rakha amar karone bahut bhal hoy. Because hudi diye. Pray tumi dekhibai. Our longest boundary car logot, our shortest boundary car logot. Let it could be national, it could be international. Either way, okay. And then, tarpisot aru ki second to kundu correct boli koise, the district of Dhubri, Kachar, and Karimganj share border with Bangladesh. Yes, that is also correct. Okay. Ami sobse besi international boundary car logot share koru. Please tell me the answer. All right. Then comes to our number 9. We are almost the end of the session. This is a penultimate question. Okay. So, which of the following statements are correct with regard of the Arunodaya schemes of government of Assam? Now, schemes are very important. Very, very important. Schemes are agriculture related, women related. Okay. Please do not skip schemes. Very important. Startup related, economy related, please sum up. It envisages poverty alleviation, okay, mane poverty dur karne ka. Then it envisages socio-economic inclusion of financially vulnerable family, okay, financially junbu alop weaker section hoy, include correct. Then it aims to generate employment through intermittent financial assistance. Mane jodi konoba startups kiba korise kiba enaka self ki koy to employment hobo employ koribo bicharise be kiba anything related to generation of employment. Does it help them? Or the other thing is it provides minimum cash flow to underprivileged family. Now tomar Arunodaya 3.0 choli ase. Okay, from now it will start. Recently we saw it in our budget, right? 3.0. And please remember, agotke tekhetloke jiman fund dibo, etu ako in funds increase hoise, plus jundu cash flow hoy, direct jundu heri diye cash flow minimum jundu eta amount diye, he amount to increase kori dise monthly jundu amount. Okay, so please remember kiman increase korise, budget of kiman Arunodaya karone ahise. Okay. Families, the number of families that this Arunodaya scheme is going to cover has also increased. So Arunodaya 3.0, please make sure you read about it because women empower related bahut. Mar main so to kam ahi jabo. Essay to kam ahi jabo. As an example, you can use it. Okay, so amak khudise again, they are asking us for the correct answer. Correct answer ki hoy so? Number D. So it is 1, 2, and 4. This is correct, this is correct, and this is correct, and this is wrong. Okay? So, mane, it aims to generate employment, but at a financial assistance. Kabar jodi dorop mane poisa lage, nai poisa, to kiba eta minimal amount eta di die monthly, jundu se dorop ba khana ba enake loi lobo paribo. But dekhise ki there's no male member or in just a woman say ba enaka kok dibo junbur divyang hoy ki helukok dibo ebu bostu please sai loba the criteria, okay, number of families that it will help, kiman amount dibo, government e kiman budget include korise. Okay, so that was about Arunodaya. So there's a lot of schemes, hoy nai, Niyukti Moina ebu schemes ase related to education and all. Then we come to the last question. Again, see, what a question to malake location, archaeological site and all, hebur questions hudibo de ar hudi thakibo. So please, major kisuman location bur hoday monot rakhiba. It could be your wildlife sanctuaries, it could be your temples, okay? Archaeological sites, anything. Please make sure you remember. Kunba industry notunke kobat bonise, kundu industry kundu jagat ase, hebur monot rakhiba. Okay. Which of the following combination of the Ramsar sites and the states of North India, where are they located? Okay, so ama ki koise? Select the correct codes given. Combination of Ramsar site and the states of Northeast where they are located. Correct hoy ne nohoy, etu ama khulis. Okay, now they are talking about Ramsar site day. Just because something is a wetland doesn't mean that they are Ramsar site. Okay, wetland doesn't mean it's a Ramsar site. A Ramsar site or mane brand to pabo lagibo. Wetland amar nana dhoronor wetland ase. Okay, pukhuri hobo pare, spring hobo pare. Okay, anything. Kintu etu nohoy ki Ramsar site hoy. One more criteria thake Ramsar. Number of species thakibo lagibo, kintu match hobo lagibo. Okay, plants, the animals like a khai, whether it's a breeding ground of the animals or not. They have both criteria thake. Migratory birds ahene. They have both kini bostu. Right? Titiya hai ghoshona kore ei site to Ramsar. Then Rudra Lake, Assam, Loktak Lake, Manipur, Dipor Bill, Assam. That is like very common, right? We know there is Dipor Bill. The hoy Pala wetlands, Meghalaya. Now Pala wetland, is it in Meghalaya? You think Pala wetlands is in Meghalaya? Oh, it's in Mizoram. Pala wetlands Meghalaya nai. Okay, Mizoram ot ase. Etia swa ama correct answer bisaribo koise nohoy, correct to ki hoy? Only 2 and 3. Ami janu 2 and 3 hoy Loktak Lake ami Ramsar site bili ami gorme pai thako. Hai nai? Or B. These two are the correct ones. If you wrong hoy, Ramsar site na tumar ekto etu Meghalaya te nai. And then Rudrasagar Lake site. So he karne amar answer to hobo. That's how they'll try to trick you in so many ways, right? Ekane bhalke pohi loba. Ramsar site buli bhabile ami bhabu wetland hobo pare, etu wetland or kotha. No, the designation is very different. Okay, so your answer hoy jabo 2 and 3. So this is the last question that I have for today. So we'll catch up again for another session, and till then tumaloke jiman para etiaba jodi tumalokor there are times that top time amar pohibole mon na jay hoy nai, we don't want to study it all time. So hetu time at least tumaloke PYQ bur kori PYQ bur korile bahut idea paba. Okay, because maybe they might ask you with tumi historical figure kotha loi lola. They ask PYQ kunuba eta historical figure, for example ka kotha Rudrasingha kotha. But tumi at least gom paba Rudrasingha ki korisile, okay, ki contribute korisile ki so hey same thing jodi belek raja kotha hude tumi gom paba ki Rudrasingha he kini banai thoi goisile, to ei raja jon ketia hobo nware. So heneke bahut kini bostu help. So other in your any to poha, but otherwise when you're not in the mood to study, question paper solve, it will help you actually. It will also help you build up the momentum. You will understand ki where you're lagging behind. Resolve question. A question bur he enake akhe pakhe ahibo. Okay then, so for today